Alright, welcome back to another video. It's NYC Syndicate Boss himself signing in. What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your lockdown. Right now, I'm actually just going to do a quick installation video. So I was supposed to do these videos a long time ago, but I had some problems with this software, and I was switching cameras, and a bunch of other stuff happened in between, so it is what it is. And work at home as a tech professional was kind of alright, but you kind of just lose track of your day because you're on the computer. Then you gotta jump on another computer to go do something else, and it gets out of hand. Alright, so enough of that. Right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to install Windows 7 and Windows 10 on a virtual machine. It's not rocket science. I mean, most of you are probably, if you're working from home right now, you probably might be using something they call it VDI, which is virtual desktop anyway. So I'm gonna show you how to do the exact same thing in your house. Alright, so first things first, what you're going to need is a VirtualBox. It's free. Go to downloads. I already have it, so I'm not going to do that. You're going to pick which one that suits you best. You should probably do some research on that. Alright. And then I guess if you're going to be doing Windows installations, you don't really need, I already have the, let me see if I still have it up. I already have most of them, so if you need it, if you need an OS, whatever it is, I pretty much got everything here, so it's not a big deal for me to give it to you. If you need a Windows OS, you even need Office, you know, but I always say that's your own peril. I'll do a Windows 8 installation if you want. You gotta request that, but I'm not really, I don't even really bother with that at all. Okay, we got Kali Linux. I got Ubuntu, which I'm gonna get into that later, because I know Ubuntu is awesome. It's weird to get used to, but if you used Android and you used Mac before, you pretty much use Ubuntu. So you're one of them people, I love Mac. I can literally show you how to get that pretty much the same environment for free. So you won't have to go out and spend $1,500 for a computer. You can just use your computer at home and just put Ubuntu on it, and then just play around with that. Alright, so that's enough of that. So two things. This is in case you use like a USB drive. But if you have the files already, you won't really need to do that. And also you're gonna need something called WinRAR. Okay, for one again. You want to go for sometimes just be safe. I guess you can go to English. Make sure you know what operating system you have. To find which operating system. If you have Windows 10, this computer, properties, and boom. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so pretty much that real quick. I don't want to show too much of that. Alright, so you can even get most of the Windows stuff for free. Like if you want to try some of the products out, you can try Windows 10 Enterprise, is what you use at work. You can use you can pretty much have a complete Windows operating system for free for pretty much 60 days, for 90 days, which is 3 months. The ISO image, which once you download the ISO image, then that's where Rufus will come in handy. And yeah, we can go into that in another video. But for right now, I'm gonna just power VirtualBox. Boom. Also, I'm gonna be putting links to VirtualBox and Rufus in the video. Okay, so you see I have Windows 10 now, Windows 7 installed already. So I'm gonna remove that and do it from scratch. Alright, so let's get started. Windows 732. Alright, memory size. This is base memory size. You can make it. It depends on what you'd be doing with it, but just to get familiar with it, just keep everything at this base. Create virtual disk now. There you go. VDI virtual disk image. Dynamic location. 32 gigs of space. Now you want to go here. Let's go to settings. Okay, you want to go to disk storage. Windows 7 VDI. Actually, double click this. Still the other way. You want to go to where your image is stored at. And for mine, it will be this. Definitely click on that image. That's pretty much that list I showed you earlier of OS systems. So we're going to pick this Windows 7 here. All right. As you can see, starting up. Now, depending on your hard drive size, this could change. You know, if you got like a 1 terabyte, installing this is not going to take like 5-10 minutes. You know, depending, and it also depends on what kind of drive you have. You can have a SATA drive. You can have, but generally, if you have like a SATA drive, it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so now we're going to choose English as our language keyboard, but you can always select a different input if you have like a different language you use. Okay, so for me, I'm going to stay on US. Right, install now. I'm going to do this real time because I don't want to like skip, and this installing operating systems takes time. You know, especially if you're doing it on enterprise level, it could take time. We're gonna go ultimate, right? Because you have home, ultimate. The difference between all these different versions that you have is depending on what you want to do. Like, say if this was a 32-bit operating system, if you had a 32-bit operating system, and you try to put like 32 gigs of RAM in there, it is my belief that it won't read all 32 gigs. So if you have, you know, it's only home basic and like, you know, regular home premium, which is built for like regular home people. So professional and ultimate is where you want to, you know, go to the 60. You can do basic, whatever, but ultimate is where you want to put 64, and that'll allow you to put almost, I believe, 128 gigs or whatever your motherboard supports. You know, so that's very important to know. So if you have a computer at work and you say, "Hey, actually, IT person, can I get more memory?" and they say no, it might be because you have regular. You have a 32-bit operating system. You have 64. You can go above and beyond. Most laptops don't really go unless there's custom built, you know, motherboards for that laptop. That some of them really don't read past 16 anyway. So, but you can definitely tweak it. You know, they can read past 16. Not saying that don't hold me to it, but you got to check the motherboard and the manufacturer website to make sure it can go past the regular 16 or 8 or whatever, 4, whatever they give you. Some desktops at work come with 4 gigs. You've seen those really crappy looking HP desktops. They come with 4 gigs. Some of them don't even come with 8. It's a nightmare. And then they upgrade people to Windows 10 and wonder why your computer's running slow, and this is why. So it's very important to understand when you're building a system. You always wonder if you're gonna be doing like something like gaming and stuff like that, you definitely want to make sure you have ultimate. If you're doing a business, enterprise, because that gives you a lot more enterprise features. Okay, so right now we're just going to do ultimate. Okay, accept. Oh, goodness. I made a boo-boo. Ultimate. Click this. Custom. Okay, the reason I went to, if you can go to like, you know, upgrade, but say you might have an upgrade path from Windows XP to Windows, man, I forgot. I think it was Millennial afterwards, whatever. But there's so many windows out there that people don't talk about. So you might want to go from Windows XP to Windows 7, and then from Windows 7 to Windows 10. The upgrade path might not be clear because of the versions you have. So that's why I went to the custom and then all located one. And then you should definitely be able to pick which one you want. And one of the most important things for my IT professional, or just since, you know, if you, this is like in case you just want to broaden your spectrum, just like learning how to install Windows, because after Windows 10 you really don't need a technician, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. You really don't need a technician to install Windows anymore. So that's why a lot of those hardware, those stores took a beating, you know, because there's really no point to have them there anymore. When if your computer's running slow, you just automatically just type in reset, restart, keep your files, just move them over. Alright, so right now it's expanding. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but doing it at home, depending on the size of your hard drive, like if you got a terabyte hard drive, obviously it's gonna take longer. If you got like maybe 250 gigs, you know, but if you have like an SSD drive, it'll take you this will be done in no time. You know. If you want any of that explained, just let me know. But for just right now, we're just installing Windows 7. Now, keep in mind that Windows 7 no longer gets security updates. So every enterprise after, I want to say January or February, I believe. I want to say January was pretty much the deadline where they start giving out security patches, and you pretty much have to upgrade to Windows 10. So this is one of those use your own peril moments right here. And the best friend to IT professional is your phone. So what this is doing, you can look up other stuff. Right, so now obviously your computer will restart. Now that's showing that, like say if you have like a thumb drive in there, and usually you restart your computer, you probably press F12 to go into the select drop down menu to select which operates what you want to install. So but that's like another, I actually physically have to show you that, so I'm not really gonna go too much into that. So right now we're just finalizing installation. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna create a user name and pretty much a username, and then from that, I'm going to install a program that you can actually use you can actually use this as an actual computer in your home. So like say if you have a kid, they mess your computer up every time, you can literally make them a virtual environment. They can ruin that, delete it, reinstall it. Simple as that. Let them ruin that instead of actually being physically on your computer. Let them destroy that. Teach them how to do that, and then also what that teaches them, it gives them a small introduction into virtualization, which is a really big part of the industry right now. So you can kill two birds with one stone. Get them out of your hair, get them away from you. Well, three birds. Get them out of here by learning something. Keep them off your computer. Like I said before, you can just delete this any which way you want, man. Okay, set up as preparing your computer for first time use. So it's basically gonna go through the exact same thing that it goes through with the basic Windows installation. Okay, we're gonna call this Xander from freaking XXX. And we're just gonna give it a password. Okay. So hint. Whatever. You'll see that a lot. I'm positive. And here's a little tidbit for, like, you know, your enterprise users out there. When you get your password wrong, sometime user recommend. You want to definitely pick. I'll get back to that password thing in a minute. That probably might even say that's like a whole video right there. You definitely want to pick which time zone you're on. So if you're in Arizona, make sure you pick the right time because your updates might not come. This is a telltale. Like updates might not come because you picked the wrong time zone. And Windows thinks you're in Bogota and you're really in freaking United States, so they think maybe something's wrong, so they might not send you updates. That could be one of the first things you could check. All right, so let's just make this home network. Just pick whatever logo you want. I'm gonna pick Alienware. Why not? Okay, now our computer started. Let's go in with our password. Of course, I got it wrong. Jesus. Oh God, this ain't good. Oh, this time I can get it wrong twice. Oh wow, this is embarrassing. Wow, I don't know. That was weird, but sometime majority of the time you're on the enterprise network, like say if you work for a company and you use VPN to encrypt your session, say if you get your password wrong and they lock you out of your computer and you work for a small company, like say if you work for Tiki Hut or something like Tiki Hut phone company, there's only like 4 or 5 stores in the United States, then your options are limited. You have to go to Tiki Hut to get, you know, oh God, this is not good at all. I understand how I put the password in wrong twice, you know, I don't get it. No, trust me, there are ways around this. I could, like, you know, use, what's that one, Hiram boot this to, but I don't understand what happened. I gotta get it wrong twice. That was like super weird, right? Right. No, it's not this. What the heck? I don't know if that's gonna work. I doubt it. Alright. There is a workaround for this, but since it's just a test, I don't feel like doing it. So I'm gonna do, pause it and bring it right back. I will return.